Wow.
Hey, people can see me. I'll start playing with that.
Hey, what do you got?
Yeah, you were the one that said to go live.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry into it.
You were like, we can
Let's
go
go live when I'm not ready.
Mm.
Ass out there for everybody to see, and then we'll fucking do this.
Oh my goodness, we're going live? What am I doing? Drinking my drink right in front of the camera.
I'm
Awkward.
I'm not at all trying to
We're
spice things up
professionals.
in Dude, Where's My Drift?
It's already spicy enough.
We do
What
get pretty
podcast
spicy.
have you been leading?
I mean,
Are you kidding?
We already did the hell thing.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
I'm-
that's
I'm
what we're talking about.
And the hot wings. We also did the hot wings.
We
We also did the
hot
hot wings.
There was also the
Oh.
ship where some of us got dicks drawn on us. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I think I actually got
True.
everyone dicked at least
True.
once.
Everyone get
Don't
dick
say it like
once.
that. Don't say it like that.
Time and a place.
Look, ST, do you really have
Episode
room?
3.
There's our mature rating for the week, guys.
What are you guys talking about? I'm pretty sure I drew cyber dick on everyone at one point or another.
Were they cyber dicks or just normal dicks?
Oh, normal dicks. They're
Trevor was a
holographic dicks.
Okay.
It's always a cyber dick.
Drew cloacas on Gator.
That's it, didn't I? I forgot that.
You did. This has been a hell of an adventure, Kay.
It has. It's been a great time too. And I'll put aside my cube.
I feel like there's something there.
Yeah.
There's some. It's just a really cool thing that a certain someone got that's just really fun to play with. It's almost a little enchanting.
Why don't you describe it for our audio audience?
Yeah.
I mean,
No, leave the mystery
There's a whole bunch of
there.
really bizarre patterns on it, but I feel like if I can solve this, I might be shown a world of wonders,
I like wonders.
Ooh.
Hurry up and solve it.
or
It's
truly
either
polished
wonders or
wonder, who knows
disappointment.
which.
Whatever.
Anyway, those who watch this later that recognize that are gonna hate me.
I'm glad this is an
Tune
audio
in immediately
podcast.
after for Kay to solve that puzzle on Twitch for the
Oh,
next
that-
5 days.
If that thing's if that was the real thing, and I saw it on Twitch, I would very quickly be banned for inappropriate content.
I'd watch that sequel if they made that movie where it was like someone streaming solving the puzzle box on air. I'd watch the shit out of that sequel.
That would be fucking wild. Yeah, no, we
Yeah,
don't need
not
anything
the
about
first
this
part.
show though.
The sequel, though.
Be sure to like and subscribe for horrors beyond your imagination.
Like, so we don't need to summon Cenobites here. It's fine.
Ah. I moved my mic and then it just settled. And it made a very strange and scary noise. Ah.
All right, but hey, good evening and welcome back, one and all, to another exciting episode of Dude, Where's My Drift, the Starfinder actual play show where the players spend an hour debating if they want to drill into a dragon lair or not, only to say no and then nearly get murdered floating around an MC Escher diagram by a trio of robots. Yeah, I mean, that's something that just happened. But I am your host and Galactic Menace, here to pursue the destruction of these rascally players and prevent them from fulfilling their ultimate destiny, Kay. Joining me, as always, are my wonderful players and friends. And, he's got some abdominal muscles shredded enough to put any steroid using bodybuilder to shame, but hides them behind a nice, clean lab coat. We have Dr. Sam Lee, played by Doge.
Hi, I got no quips.
She often finds herself daydreaming and wondering about the simple concept of if you are what you eat, and she eats Dr. Stanley. Will she become just as rips? With Simber, played by Kaz.
I'm similarly unequipped.
His own mountainous physique is put to shame by the musculature of our residential biohacker, but this captain strives to keep up the bodybuilding race. We got Gator, played by Clue.
I get it. I get stupid around that yoked fucking slug too.
I should not be looking at your actions while I was reading this. I couldn't keep it
The
straight.
omniscient narrator just said, "Do you even lift, Gator?"
Do you even live? Wow. That's wow. Ouch.
And finally, when he's not spending his free time researching esoteric lore about bizarre cubes in the drift or sleeping, he is instead researching the constant development of robotic muscles that'll put even the good doctor to shame. It's Trev, played by ST.
Yeah, I also am utterly quipless. I used the only quip I had for Gator's intro.
I'll have to back up the captain.
Yeah.
God knows he backed himself up enough.
It's a lot of drunk in the trunk.
Mental
A lot of
image
luggage in
Gator,
the Chloe,
Gator throwing
you
it
know
back
what I mean?
right now.
Where's the tail go?
In a circle.
Just kind of wrapped around.
Oh gosh.
Just twist it, and then you get your arm stuck. And it's a extrication process where you gotta loosen that up slightly and then tighten it up after.
Figured, we've talked about how ripped the good doctor is enough times now that, it was about time I made an intro.
Yeah, I guess he lifts a little bit. It's all those anyone who's ever pipetted a whole bunch knows how strong your forearms get.
Hey, something you can do with things like that. So.
Hang on, what?
It's some good real life science related humor for you guys out there.
That's a good joke. You don't need to have a degree to understand. All right.
No, you can be a pharmacy technician. You don't need a degree to know that.
No,
My
sure.
wife just glared at me.
Uh-oh. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing all right. How are you doing?
How are you, Kay?
How are you doing?
We don't have enough time to get into that, guys.
Hey,
What?
You set the pace. You set the pace. You can get into whatever you want to get into. This is the talk
Yeah.
show now.
We don't have to play. We can have a talk.
Like,
Let's
no,
just
no,
have
no.
a conversation.
Hey, it's
We can
yes
jog
and.
back over to that drink table. We can take that.
Yes, and I have been advised to curb the dark humor for a night. So,
What dark humor?
we'll get into that some other time.
I quit.
What are you thinking
Hellraiser
about
stuff?
the doctor's ass?
No,
That's what I
Hellraiser
want to know
stuff.
now. Like, where's that going? What dark
I'm
thoughts do
been-
you have
I-
about those glistening
I'm
eyes?
doing pretty good.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Just two people just got up and left.
I know.
It's like, okay.
My players are definitely flies. Oh no.
It's kind of
I'm
awkward
sorry,
for me
I
to
have
get up and
ADHD
leave, so I'm just
and
gonna
my
kind
child
of
is
slide
leaving.
down and leave. I'm gonna kinda-
I don't have to explain myself to you people. I mean, I probably do, but I'm not gonna.
You don't need to.
So, it's all good.
That's wonderful, buddy.
Yeah. I'm doing pretty good. You guys doing pretty good? Everybody ready to play some exciting Starfinder, I hope?
Down to clown.
Oh, wait, no, I'm still missing two players. Although I see a thumbs up from one, so I guess he just hit on their desk.
I don't have a red nose, but I do have a D100, so let's clown.
I have a D100 somewhere, but it doesn't work very well. See, this is awkward. So, like, the person I was going to pick on to recap what happened last time is currently vanished. So,
That'll happen.
yeah. So, anyway, I guess that means I pick on someone else, right? Yeah. That means, hey, Clue, tell us what happened last time.
Oh, good God.
We
Just paused off camera the whole time.
Wait for it. Wait for
I was
it.
told there was going to be no more dark humor, and that's kind of my entire shtick, so I left. I'm a cabbage that eats people, Kay. I have to have dark humor.
Okay. We
Yeah, that's
arbitrarily arbitrated on whether or not to go loot a dragon that may or may not even exist in a place that we're not sure where we are, without a ship to get away, nor really anything of
So
to gain.
to recap Kay's earlier recap, which he actually did,
Yeah,
we also fought a bunch of shadow creatures in an MCS room.
Yeah, we fought like it was weird. I was dancing on a ceiling at one point, you know, like Lionel, and then
I have this
don't know,
one
man,
strand of
like-
hair that's driving me nuts.
just yank that fucker.
It's a lot. It's
All right.
It's one strand,
look
but
at
it's
it.
a
It's just
lot.
like nope.
Yeah, I have
just-
a lot of those.
Just just need to stay
Yeah,
up
me
there.
too, guys. Me too. It's just always been a problem.
But yeah, so after fighting off a
that's
couple
about
more
it.
of the odd robots that have kind of attacked you guys once before here in the Tesseract, Trev was looking a little worse for wear. Gator took a few good hits. What are you guys doing?
First thing Trev wants to do is loot the bodies for like computer parts. So like these things are robots. And Trev wants to take any parts that are still functional or look like they could help Trev figure out anything about the people who made this place and made these robots.
All right,
Gator's gonna take one look at that and be like, "You're just like Simba." It's just different.
That is kind of how it started, right? Simba was like, wouldn't you eat yourself if you had the opportunity? And then Trev had the opportunity to loot their own brain. Did. It's all been downhill from there.
This is true. I almost forgot that Trev did actually download and kind of eat his own brain at one point.
Oh no, I took the hardware.
He took hardware.
Trev has like the hard drive that is his alternate self's brain
So,
in his bag or in his bunk.
Kay,
His
is there
bunk.
anything organic on
Did
these
you ever just
robots?
pick it up and be like, "To
There
me
is
or
not.
to me?"
They are pure metal.
So there's not even like oil,
Nope.
rubber?
Are you looking to get a little chewing gum? What's going
I
on?
feel like this is a very me series like style of questioning. Like
Hey,
you're
Trev.
like angling for something, right?
Trev, roll me
Yeah.
a computers check, please.
Okay. Probably.
I roll for ball bearings. Just
7 on the die for a 24 that I accidentally made self roll. There you go, revealed.
All right, so a total of 24. That's so... All right. So Trev, there is some. I'll tell you, remember this. There is some rubber bits in them to kind of help with some of the joints and stuff.
Not anymore.
So Simber loots some rubber and begins to gnaw on it. We'll get to that. All right, Trev. So you're pulling these robots apart from where they've kind of been beaten and slashed and shot and everything else and blown to bits. And you're picking through pieces. With that computer check, you find what you think might be memories or processors, but they're not in the greatest of shape because, well, let's face it, you guys aren't exactly the most gentle with creatures that you encounter.
I did just turn into flame and go through them multiple times.
Yes, you did. So you would think that you're going to need more time than what you would potentially have here inside the Tesseract, and possibly more tools than what you have inside the Tesseract to be able to really extract much. But you think you might be able to get some stuff out of them. However,
And yeah, I'm just throwing it in a bag. I didn't mean
Oh.
to. I'm not going to do the actual investigating now. Just taking the parts to research later.
However, what you could possibly do with that computer check, if you had about an hour or two, you feel like you could take the bits and bobs and pieces and actually make a single set of armor from it.
That sounds interesting and like a beneficial thing for me to do. Captain, mind if I spend some time building some new armor out of these robots we just broke up?
I mean, I decided a while back just to not question y'all. Yeah, that works. I could use the rest anyway.
Here, Gator, you want some chewing gum?
No, I don't know. No, thank you. I'll keep my own snacks on my person from now on. The last bit you gave me was kind of gross.
I just feel bad about the beef jerky.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I'm mad at you.
I'm trying to make it better, okay?
Look, that was 5 pounds, Simber.
Look, it only
We were in a
tastes a little
survival
bit.
situation.
It only
A
tastes a
survival
little bit like
situation, and
graphite
you ate
espresso.
5 pounds of jerky that was just uncalled for.
It's
And
okay. No, it
you were
chews
18
really good.
inches tall.
It's got a
am
nice
7
spring
feet
to it.
tall. I swear to God, Simber, right now, just
But I have gum.
go in your corner.
Okay.
Yeah, Trev.
Go in
If
your
you can
corner.
spend, you will have to supplement a little bit of UPVs if you have any to make it. How many do you have right now? UPVs or credits?
I have a little under 300 UPVs, I think, still.
Trev, you're muted.
Modded.
So I am. On the Foundry sheet, I have 169, but I'm gonna double check. I've mostly been using the Star Builder app on my phone for like money and purchases and stuff. So I'm just gonna double check there, but I think that's accurate. No, I have 64 credits according to this. So 64 UPPs.
All right, make me an engineering check.
Right, that is a thing that I'm pretty good at.
I mean, is it a matter of pushing them over an edge? Because I'll throw in some UPVs on that.
Yeah, how many does it need?
At least 1,000.
Oh, okay.
Oh, oof. Yeah, you make that engineering check. Let's see what happens.
It's going to be a 13 on the die for a 31.
Do you want an aid?
Yeah, no, you're good for doing it with the parts and pieces of the 3 dead robots and the couple from the previous room that you guys also fought and looted up. So you're gonna able to make pointing to there in the chat. It's the circuit carapace. Nice little level 5 armor. Gives a +5, +6. I think that's
There
something
you
good for you.
Ooh.
Wait, does
Really
this
nice.
also gives me resistance 5 to cold? Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty rad.
Yep.
Kay's regretting his choice.
Nope.
It's like I only looked at the stats on the table. Oops.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Changes
Thank you.
a few
That's
notes in the next book.
Yeah, making some notes. Make sure SC doesn't get more armor ever again. All right, moving on.
Never, ever again.
Nobody ever does cold damage.
honestly, though,
Does anyone need
+5,
the
+6
carbon
doesn't
skin
need
that I
anything
have?
ever. I just took that heavy armor, so I'm
Yeah, you
good
just
for a
gave me
while.
the carbon skin. that
Yeah.
was like your last
It'd be hilarious. I'll
Cold
just take it
damage
back.
swapped for product. Got it.
Yeah,
No, we'll just
you-
throw that in the old wood chipper, eh?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you had like the worst armor by far. So
Yeah, I did that on purpose.
because Gator wanted to get hit a lot.
Well, that, and I preferred that my crew was better supported than I was.
What a great captain.
Captain's amazing.
What a great captain.
Look at him.
I tried to move my weapon
shucks.
mount armor upgrade to the new armor, and it just like disappeared
Yo.
from Foundry. Oh, there it is. I found it. Never mind. JK.
Well,
All
I
right,
might not
so I'm
have
going to take
upgraded
that
slots.
10 minutes.
Yeah, so while you are all waiting for Trev to makeshift his shiny new armor, you're all kind of just doing your own thing. Somebody's chewing on some rubber gum. Trev is tinkering away. Sam Lee and Gator, the two of you are kind of just in there talking, making small talk, keep an eye on somewhere, make sure she stays out of trouble and everything like that. And we're going to flashback here to practically a little over a year ago. When the two of you
really.
have both recently accepted a job that's going to take you deep out into the vast space to a system that has a few oddities in it. Namely, one of the planets looks to have been completely almost petrified over by stone. And among the stone on that planet are a bunch of swarm creatures that were also turned to stone. That also seems as if they have started to break free, but rumor and surveys have kind of seemed to suggest that these swarm are not components are not connected to the greater hive mind as the swarm usually be. And so you are being sent out to the Dyna system to investigate how, why, and if there's any way to kind of weaponize but make less deadly the item, the Medusa particle that was found there that seemed to have petrified and then broken these swarm free and turned them into, well, still mindless ravenous beasts, but you know. And so the two of you accept the job, Dr. Stanley as a researcher, Gator as base security, make sure the swarm don't break out, and occasionally hunting the swarm on the island to on the planet to catch some more. And the two of you are on the shuttle heading out there, meeting for the first time. And what happens?
Excuse me. You pass the salt there?
Oh, yes, I suppose. Just careful with it.
Just hand me
Yep.
that.
Well, that it kind of spilled a little bit. Here you go. Sorry about that.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, I spilled it. It's my fault.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you probably got some slippery fingers.
I mean, they're
Anyways,
actually quite tactile and good for grabbing things, but
except for salt shakers, apparently.
it's just very loose. I'm not. Yeah. This is
Oh, I see. This cap is all loose. Hang on. It happens when you get the salt.
Oh,
and
just
shake
no,
the
just
salt everywhere.
your hands are super big. Please, just careful.
It's fine. And then I just break the salt shaker. Well, I'm just holding it.
I just here. Oh, hold on. You're bleeding a little bit. I have something that can help with that. Here, just don't move. Hold your claw out, please. What is your name again?
You can call me Gator.
Gator. Dr. Sam Lee. It's a pleasure, I guess, to meet you.
Doctor, can I, Stanley?
Sam Lee.
Doc.
Sam Lee.
Okay, Doc.
Sam Lee. Okay.
Doc, it is.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. I guess that's. So you must have been hired for security then.
Yeah. I used to be a wrestler, and the guy that owns this company is a big fan. Turns out we ain't got what you call a pension or health care long term. So
No, it's obvious.
Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah, I guess. Okay.
No, I mean, I didn't mean anything. Please, I didn't mean to insult. I mean, I'm sorry.
Wiry. I don't.
Just
insult.
it's
I
a
didn't
weird
get
time
that.
for me right now. I'm sorry. Yes, sorry.
So
Let me here.
You're a doctor, like a medicine.
I
psychiatrist?
specialize in anesthesiology, but yes, I also medically trained.
Oh, the good stuff. Yeah.
Yes, sedatives. Yes, yeah.
So, hey, new best friend.
I
got like all kinds of pain in my back and neck, and basically everything hurts all the time.
We're currently on a ship traveling. I don't know if I can give you any sort of exam to test it, or
like I would totally just wait till after my shift, you know.
I in good conscience, I just can't give you medicine.
I mean, but I like wrestling hurt all the time, real bad.
We should probably, if it's gonna affect your work duties, we should probably file the appropriate paperwork.
Yeah. Oh, like I'm new to this. They said I have insurance, but it takes 90 cycles. So
yes, and oftentimes, pre-existing conditions are not covered.
Well, I mean, maybe they came up on the job. You know what I'm saying, Doc?
You just told me you have wrestling injuries.
Oh, I didn't realize I was talking to a Boy Scout. Okay.
I mean, I'm also new to the job. I want to keep this job. I owe lots of money. I have a lot to pay people. I don't want to lose this job because
money. I need things. Maybe we both help each other out. You know what I'm saying, Doc?
Yes, I guess, yes.
All right.
Please don't stare at me that way. It makes me uncomfortable.
Sorry. Yeah, I do that. It's a lot of concussions.
I figured.
What were we talking about?
You were hired for security, right? Yes. Let's just focus on that for now.
Yeah. Yeah. I ain't too worried about it. Like, those things are supposed to be frozen in stone, is what they said.
Well, yes, but also we are harvesting live specimens.
Oh, well, like, we'll just cage them up first, right? Like,
have you ever seen the swarm before?
I mean, I had a picture book when I was a kid. You know,
judging by your accent, you're from Akaton?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Accent. Yeah. I thought you had the accent. That's weird.
No, I that's kind of how it always works, but regionally. Never mind. What? Sorry. Again, you are very large.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you're kind of tall.
I mean,
You're closer to my height than most of them are.
Most of who?
like all of them. I got a word of the day calendar. It's about 5 years old. I forget about it every once in a while. I'm working on it.
You should keep going through it. I'll get you a new one.
Right on. I think we're gonna be best friends.
We will certainly work together.
Yeah, best buds for the end of time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Till I find a cool plant person that just gets me. then I'll Yeah, then we'll just become casual acquaintances. Yeah.
So, the two of you are on the shuttle heading out to the station where you are going to be doing your research, and it takes a couple weeks to get there, and you're going to be there for the next year. What is it that kind of kept drawing the two of you together? Was it just work, or?
I bet Gator gets hurt a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like simple injuries, and because of that first initial interaction, he just always goes back to Samley. Even if there's another doctor or medical person on site, he'll go wake Samley up and be like, "Samley, I stubbed my toe. Can you help me?" I got an RP for Gator because Clue got up.
Yeah. And like how does Sam Lee kind of like feel or relate to this?
It's probably kind of refreshing, like someone who is just very honest and upfront with how they are as a person.
Mm-hmm. And so, as you know, we kind of see scenes of over the next year of Gator coming to Samley anytime he's injured, and some of them are fairly simple, like a stub toe or a headache. And one time, Gator had to get some stitches for where a dredger bit him on the arm and just kind of sliced it up really good. We just gradually see a slow camaraderie build up between the two of them as Gator's kind of Acatone country home ways slowly kind of warm up Samley a little bit, and they kind of just build this gradual camaraderie as we just kind of have this flash show scenes of the two of them just interacting with each other over the course of a year. And eventually we see it keeps going with Gator and Samley on their way back from picking up some new specimens down on the planet to encountering a shuttle just floating there through the system, almost entirely devoid of life except for one small person on it. A Raxolite who seems very odd. Is the polite way to put it. And eventually the scene returns to again with Samley and Gator kind of sitting side by side on a set of stairs that are on the ceiling of this bizarre room while Simber is there just kind of bouncing around, seeing how many different ways she can run up and across and over the walls and end up at weird angles compared to everyone else. And Trev just sitting there tinkering away, eventually finalizing up on his armor that he built from scrap dead robot parts.
Not gonna lie. I thought y'all were gonna fuck in your intro.
I was gonna say I ship it. I totally ship it. I felt that.
I was trying, baby. I was trying so hard.
I heard it. I heard it. I was
Yeah.
sitting there just like, oh.
I was like, hey, how about you just
salt?
how about you just go ahead and pump us full of ketamine and we fuck like bunnies for a bit.
It took everything for me to do to not just ooh,
How many
I feel like that's
of the
always
crew
Gator's
has
pickup
Gator
line.
fucked?
How is Gator friends with everybody in the crew? He fucked most of them.
He's even the robot? Yeah, especially the robot.
Found the bard, yeah.
So it's no longer the Primo crew.
Why do you
it's
think
now
I took
the
that
Poly
double dip?
Not just the Primo crew. I'm pretty sure he fucked Desna too.
No, Sam is the one who fucked Desna.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa,
Sorry,
whoa,
spoilers.
Yeah.
Wait.
Whoa.
Trev's like,
It wasn't
anybody.
No, I really just like saying whoa. Whoa.
It was,
It's just a fun word to say.
What's the horse thing again?
What's the pilot's name? Fucking
Horse thing? I'm not sure I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, we don't
Pilot
talk
again.
about
I
the
can't
horse
remember
thing.
that
That's
name.
right. My bad.
All right, but so here we are. You guys have three. Well, it looks like there are currently 3 different hallways coming. Oh wait, Trevor's going to investigate the computer, wasn't he?
Yeah, there's the computer that that Trev ran to that started the combat, and then never got to actually look at.
I'm doing medicine on Serrata.
I'm going to do the computer check, I'm guessing.
Yep.
And again, I accidentally made it a self roll. 31.
Hey Doc, can I get one of them heals?
Hey, it's the same thing I rolled last time.
That's Sam's engineering check. So, Trev, you approach this computer, and you go to try and activate it or turn it on or get into it. And very quickly, you realize there's no keyboard, there's no mouse.
Well, that's not a problem, because I am a technomancer and have... Oh, no, I don't. I got rid of it. Never mind. That is a problem. I used to have the holographic interface spell, and I do not anymore.
You better wrap it before you plug anything into that thing. Do you understand me?
Just putting that dongle right into
Holographic
anything.
interface. It's like a... Yeah, anyway.
I'm getting
I
sick
do have
and
the USB
tired.
port. I'm going to have to...
Last time you had anime girls and all of our inboxes.
No, that was you. Don't put that one on me.
Does
Don't
like,
blame
sound
me
like
for
something
what
Gator would
ads
do.
you get.
It's in
The algorithm
computer.
decided that's what you wanted to see.
It's hentai and it's art.
Yeah, no, I do not have the holographic interface ability anymore. I do have built-in cables that I can connect to
It's just
computers.
like, I don't understand.
Cool.
If there's ports, if there's relevant ports, there might not be ports.
Looking at it like it's Picasso.
I do a medicine check on Gator, and he only gets 6 hit points back.
Perfect. I mean, not perfect, but like close enough to perfect.
You take that.
I'm only 3 down.
I also have. I mean, I have I have a large amount of serums of healing, so I can always just use one of those too.
I would
might
prefer
be
to hold on to those for combat. Like,
Oh my god, we're gonna have so many at the end of this. 1, 4,
Just saying, you might want to set that up a
9,
little bit.
10, 11, 12. I have 13 serums of healing.
well, then start spreading them out to people, and then we don't have to bother you.
Everybody just gives them to me.
All right, Trev.
Oh, I'm
never mind. I did
Sam
wanna
Lee.
use- I did
I'm
wanna use a
important.
nanite
I'm a
patch.
doctor. I'm mad at you for giving me medical stuff.
Forgot about that.
That's what you sound like.
One.
I heal myself 1 hit also.
See, that's why nobody wants those Mark ones. That's why. That's why. Give me one of them. I'm gonna finish off these 3 hit points.
So, Treb, as you go to start to plug in, you also realize there's no ports on this thing.
Okay. So,
I
got
need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
wisdom saving throw. I can sort of do that. Ooh, nat 20 for a 22.
Cool. You start to feel something reaching out for a telepathic connection, and you like, oh no, there's a threat, and immediately shut it out and block it.
Yeah, you got dongle sense now.
What's the range on dongle sense? Yeah, that's my shit.
It's touch, unfortunately.
3 to 7 inches.
Touch.
I
says
know I'm
it's
not
7,
the GM
but it's
and
more
we
like
don't use
4.
hero points in this game, but I feel like that earned a hero.
Check back in 2 years.
He says 7, it's 4.
Doge, I owe you a hero point in 2 years.
Like I'll come back for that. Don't worry.
Don't think that he's not setting a Google alert.
I'll write it in my notebook. Here we go.
But yeah, so you felt something trying to reach out to you telepathically, Trev, and you just shunted it off because like, oh, this is probably a threat. Like I said, there's no the monitor doesn't really. There's no monitor to look at. There's no keyboard, no mouse. There's not any ports that you see on this thing.
Can I just straight up rip it out of the wall and take it with me?
Oh, I could do that easily. That, you didn't never ask.
Roll me a perception check.
Perception? Okay. 18 on the die for a 26.
All right, cool. So you kind of look it over and you're like, well, I maybe could carry it with us. It'd be heavy. Probably could get 8 bulk. And go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw.
Okay. None of us picked up a we'll call it another nat 20 for a 22.
How does that happen?
You underestimate
20,
how
18,
badly
20.
Trev wants to know anything
little
about the
monkey.
creators of this place.
You are greedy.
I'm more like I actually want you to fail because it's not going to be a bad thing for once, but you keep succeeding.
No, I don't believe you at all when you say words
Yeah,
like
what-
that.
It's not gonna be a bad.
Two nat
It's
20s in
just-
a row should give me the good thing. Why would it not
I
give me
want
the
you to
good
fail.
thing?
So once again, you feel a telepathic presence try and gently knock on your mind, and you shove it away.
Oh, I'm busy. I'm trying to unlock.
Just
this
choose to
deck.
fail. You can choose to fail. Just choose to
Okay.
fail.
I don't
Well, but-
believe. No.
You could just be like,
Yeah, but
"What
I'm
do you
told
want?"
Explicitly, it's a threat. I feel like it's a threat. Like Subterran knows that the GM just said that you want me to fail because it would be a good thing, but Trev just feels like it's a threat. So
I know, like I said, you're just feeling some kind of telepathic presence trying to reach out to you, but you like nope.
but explicitly a threatening telepathic, like an
That-
intrusion, not a connection.
Like you feel a telepathic connection reaching out to you, but like this is a strange ass place. You don't really know necessarily if it's anything friendly. It could be something hostile. You don't know. It's just trying to reach out to you twice.
Trev's gonna warn everyone else and then try to let them in. Hey, I think I might be able to communicate with some kind of intelligence here. It might not go my way, but I would always rather try to learn something than not try to learn it.
Famous last words.
Probably.
All right. Should we be ready to kabonk him, Doc?
I think
I mean,
a good bonking is always in order.
Yeah,
It,
I'm gonna get ready to kabonk.
yeah, you prepare the bonking, and I prepared the healing from that.
Yeah, I am going to heal a little bit more. I'm going to use a Mark II nanite patch
That's a good idea because I could kabonk it
just
pretty
in
good.
case this thing. That just
In case you bonk really hard.
12 hit points. That'll be close enough.
Tropically kabonk. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, still down a little bit, but gotta take my chances.
All right. So after about a minute, once more, you feel a telepathic presence reaching out to try and connect with you, and this time you let them in.
I try to let them in enough that I can communicate, but not enough that they make me shoot my friends.
All right.
Oddly
Try-
specific.
Try to walk that line or roll that line.
Are you like
You-
installing like some sort of firewall?
That's what my like will save and computers modifiers are for. Those represent the firewalls that I already have.
You let it in, and you hear a message in kind of like a steady, computery, robotic voice that simply pops into your motherboard. Please confirm authorized user.
Confirm. Yes, I am an authorized user.
Cool. When you do that, you get another message back saying, authorized user confirmed. Authorized user appears, limited to 3 dimensions. Very quaint. Very
Please.
sad.
Please select the
Other
pictures of
authorized user.
crosswalks.
other authorized user?
Mhm.
There is another authorized user.
It's like a question of other authorized users, like it's asking if there's anyone else. Also, I want to also it's speaking to you in common.
Okay, that is interesting. I was going to ask that. That is very interesting. So am I able to like communicate with everyone else still, or is this like a?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I will narrate like everything that they say. I will repeat so that everyone can hear it. And then I will confirm there are other authorized users here with me. How many dimensions do you operate in?
4. Authorized users confirmed. Authorization lasts for 1 standard year.
That pact standard?
What is the pact?
Eric, do you not
It is.
comprehend pact standard?
Pack.
What standard is it?
Catharpy standard year.
Okay.
Processing.
Well, it says. Okay.
249 cycles.
How long's a cycle? No, it's okay. We got a year. I don't know how long the year is, but probably a while. Okay, what am I able to do now that I am an authorized user?
Query. What is your query?
What permissions did I gain as an authorized user, and what is the extent of my authorization?
This is an informational node. You may ask questions. System will answer best of its ability.
Okay. Who created this place?
The Catharpy are the creators of this system and programmed me to answer what questions, some limited questions.
Did we know that? Is that new?
I
think
I
that's
mean, I know
new.
I saw that written on something, but I don't think
How do you spell
the
that?
character's new.
You saw it spelled out, but you didn't know like if
I
it
was so close.
the species. You remember dictate like stumbling out something about how that may roughly translate to. You think it might be something to be like something translates to this being is a person.
Okay. That's what the word Catharpy
Mhm.
translates to.
Which with this, like using it in context of they programmed this computer system, you could probably surmise that must be some type of species.
Okay. Many peoples throughout history have named themselves the people. So that tracks.
Them dudes.
Yeah.
Us.
I mean, yeah, actually, like.
He'd be right back. Y'all vamp for like 5-ish minutes.
That's a lot of vamping. Oh,
It is a lot of vamping when I have so many questions. But I
5
guess
to
now would be the
20?
time
Is
for
that
you
what he
to tell
said?
me what questions I have.
Okay, so ask Simber your questions. Simber's just going to be peering over your shoulder, listening, and be like,
Just flipping a
I'm more
giant
interested in the opinion of the
legal
ancient
pad that's
fourth-
bigger than
fourth
her.
dimensional computer.
But in
is it
case they're
fourth
not
dimension?
available-
We don't know how many. What are its dimensions? We don't know.
Well, it said that it's a fourth dimensional computer. That's what it said to me. But we exist in 4 dimensions. So
Yeah, we move through time.
we move through time, which is the 4th
When do
dimension.
we
So I'm
do
assuming
a
that it's a
Buckaroo
5th dimensional
Banzai?
computer.
Yeah, I think Kay fucked this up. We have to.
So-
We need to get rid of Kay and get a new GM, guys.
Can I be the
Is
one to
Leia-
point
is-
out-
This is a coup.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Hey, is Leia still out there? Kay,
I'd be the
Leia,
one
can
to
you
point out
Leia
that
come
Kay
GM
did
for
not-
us?
Kay did not confirm that it's a 4th dimensional character. Kay
So we
confirmed
have
that
to
there are
kill
4
Kay.
other registered users in the room.
I misheard.
completely bowled over the question of how many dimensions it was, probably because
I misheard the question. Are you sure? Because I thought he said 4 dimensions.
I thought I heard
you
4
said-
dimensions
you
too.
said how many dimensions do you exist in, and he said 4 registered users also in the room.
So is Is
Real-
Serrata not a
Hedging
user?
bets. There was some bet hedging.
I think Serrata is the 4th user, depending on how you take the head count here.
Oh yeah, I guess. I mean, what's their ability
I mean,
scores?
Brino's
They're
still
not. Well, they're
with
not
us, but
dumb.
Not with us.
You raised a smart kid, buddy.
They might have a higher intelligence than Gator.
Oh, most assuredly.
The cyber god
is
baby
yours
might be
just a
smarter
flat?
than the captain.
Let me ask you: is Serrata's just a flat?
Is what?
Is it a flat intelligence modifier?
No,
What is it?
they have a +2.
Oh, they're much smarter than me. They're much smarter than me. I have a 9.
Ooh,
And it
yeah.
will
yeah.
never, ever, ever, so long as I have this character, get higher than that. Like, I assure you, if I could be dumber, I would.
We wouldn't have you any other way, buddy.
It's true.
We love our Gator. We love our captain.
Gator is a fan favorite. Everybody loves Gator.
The hilarious thing is, because I took that dip into Envoy, the only skill I don't have on here is physical science.
That's funny.
The Gator
I
is
don't-
dumb,
I don't
but
have
he's
ranks
dumb
in
at a
all
lot
those.
of things.
But I could have ranks in all but one science.
I feel like it's better to be dumb in a lot of things than smart in one.
I'm an idiot savant, is what.
idiot savant. No, you're an idiot envoy. Savant is a different thing entirely.
Well, the skills that I am good in, I am ridiculously good in.
Oh yeah, like being an awesome captain.
Yeah, I have a plus 11 diplomacy.
Cool thing, old captain. What's his name?
Oh, Captain, what's his name?
Old Captain, what's his name?
What's his name?
I remember
Captain
old
Zod.
Captain, what's his name?
He was always saying stuff and doing things.
Doing things. Yeah.
Ian.
I miss him.
I miss
Then he,
I miss
every
old
day.
Captain, what's his name?
Sorry about
Always
that.
wearing
Had a
that
slight
hat.
emergency.
Oh God, thank God our GM's back.
Oh God, thank you. I can't
Thank God.
say this.
Everybody,
We
I didn't
literally
do it.
ran out of things.
All right. So one thing to correct, he did meant that he works in 4 dimensions. He did straight up call you guys 3-dimensional. They only operate in 3 dimensions. So
Oh,
he
okay.
operates
not
in 4.
entirely accurate.
Oh, I
and
thought we were
don't
Buckaroo
trust
Banzai.
any information coming from this anymore.
Because the way he came out about that, it sounded like he was trying very intentionally not to answer the question.
Mhm.
And that made
Yeah.
me suspicious. But now, since Trev is suspicious of him, I'll be suspicious of him twice as hard.
No, Trevor's not actually suspicious. Subterran
You know
was
what?
just being
Okay,
a
Because of all
jerk.
that, I'm
Okay,
gonna
since
believe him.
Subterran is suspicious and being a pedantic jerk, I'll be even more suspicious.
Thank you. Yes.
No problem. I always got to back you up.
Correct.
Always back up the homies.
Yeah. All right, so Trev wants to know literally a million things. So, other people, what do you want to know? Because otherwise, we will be here all day. So let's focus on the
I
stuff
really-
that everyone else wants to know first. And I will ask any remaining big questions.
I don't have a lot of really big questions about
there-
life, the universe, or anything.
I guess
Is there another ship here that we can use?
I'm not asking about the big question. I mean, like, do you know where our ship is? I'm
Oh,
gonna ask. Do you know where our ship is?
Is there a dragon in this building?
Yeah, that'd be fun to know.
that's right.
That'd be hilarious.
Just knowing the function of the Tesseract would probably be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I was trying to put that argument to bed for Trev's sake. He was really invested in it last time.
There's actually
Just in-
3
You know what?
dragons.
No, I want that to be unanswered for the rest of his days. That's the comeuppance. You'll never know.
It's the not knowing that hurts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Trev didn't think that there
That's how we heard
was
him.
a dragon horde there. Trev just wanted to find out if there was a dragon horde there.
We'll never find out. We're never gonna do that. No.
Yeah. That has become apparent to both me and Trev.
We're never going back.
We're never going.
Only that's in book one. We gotta move forward.
We're moving
right.
forward.
So you're asking if there's actually a dragon on board.
Yes.
And the other question you want to know?
No,
I got
we're not.
lost in
No,
the
we're
shuffle.
ixnay on that.
Where's
first
our
question.
ship? Do you know where our ship is, and if so, where?
Or if,
And
or
also, what's the
barring
point of this,
that,
right?
is there another ship?
No. We need our ship, Captain. Sorry, but
Well, we could use any ship really at this point, too. I'm just saying. We need
but
to
we
have
explicitly we can't, right? Isn't that why we were sent on this mission? Because all the other ships are having trouble getting in and out of this spot.
I mean,
I
they
don't know.
really can't.
If
get
it's
it on
already
the
in
drift,
this
'cause the
spot-
drift doesn't work.
my logic
we-
is sound. If it's already in the spot, then it's gonna be all right. I don't understand. Let's make a ship do the thing. I'm your captain.
All right,
I'm
so
working on it, Captain.
Make it so. God damn it.
So it's a
I am
ship.
Captain.
to my knowledge,
We
there
can do a lot of things.
there are no dragons currently on board.
See?
The
It's bad HVAC.
Trev doesn't repeat that part out loud.
sorry, on board the Talyanin.
The what?
Is the Talyanin the name for the Tesseract? What I would call the Tesseract? This entire station?
Just imagine
Name
Trev looking
Tesseract is
pointedly.
unknown. Talyanin translates to "this place is an artificial thing."
Awesome. All
There is
right.
no dragon up in this spot, yo.
Bryson, I do not know of what ship you speak of. There are currently 2 ships docked with the Talyanin. One has crashed violently in another docking bay. Another landed peacefully.
That's just the 2 ships we already knew about,
Mhm.
right? It doesn't know where our ship is.
No.
Yeah, they left, so that tracks.
But this thing's huge. I wasn't sure. Maybe they left and went to the other side or something.
But fucking
we know
Sid's
that
out there
they-
fucking whipping shit. He's doing something wild.
What is the purpose of this? What was the thing called?
The Talyanin.
Talyanin. What is the purpose of the Talyanin? Why was it built?
The Cathrepi created the Talyanin to combat entropy.
That entropy.
We'll share that.
But
I use
entropy
for all
is
that.
the universe.
To what
Yeah.
end?
It was purported by their scientists that entropy was the most insidious force in the universe, and they sought to undo it. It was ultimately deemed a failure.
That
Yeah.
is incredibly ambitious, pretty naive, and incredibly impressive.
I mean, the universe is entropy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what they call a human
Kind of the
body
whole
when it
thing.
stops having entropy?
Corpse.
It's death. Yeah,
Or
that's
not
death.
even- no, but even then you're still breaking down. So
Yeah, but essentially, once you like hit that point of
Don't
nothing's
even know.
happening anymore, like
You're kind of blowing my mind right now, to be honest with you.
we're getting too philosophical.
just philosophical. Okay. That is super interesting and okay. So what happened to the Cathrepi?
They departed the Talyanin after deeming their experiments a failure.
How long ago was this? Feel free to give the answer in any measurements you want, and then I'll just work on it with my data pad and Rosetta Stone your math system out of all of this.
It was 3 to 7 inches ago.
It was approximately 6 business weeks ago.
Approximately. Error information classified.
Uh-huh.
Trev makes that noise.
I kabonk you.
Ow! I'm fine. I'm just frustrated.
Oh,
Hell, come on.
I thought it was like TV back at home.
Does anyone else have any other questions for this intelligence?
Notice the hesitation there.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know what I would even begin to say to it.
Yeah, how long have we been talking?
Are you? Probably
Feels
about
like forever.
15, 20 minutes at this point.
Okay. Ask it how long we've been talking.
Oh yeah. How long have we been talking? That's one more variable for the Rosetta Stone of their math system. Love it.
Simber
Way
is
to math-
Simber
way
is
to math
smart.
Simber.
I got an
Look at
12,
the big
I
brain on
mean.
our plant friend.
Simber's just over there like spinning in the fucking vacuum of the anti-gravity area, just saying, "Ask it how long we've been here."
Approximately. Hold on. I just have to do some math.
That's what people listen to podcasts.
Oh yeah, math.
Hard crunch of the math.
They don't call it
What?
Math Finder for nothing.
Approximately 1,020 seconds.
And then does that that matches with my like internal timer for how long we've been doing this?
Yeah, that's about 17 minutes.
Cool. So,
Gator's
yeah,
like,
it seems to be
carry
giving
the
us
one.
information in our reckoning.
we've been here
Plus
for
it's
3
in
days.
common.
Maybe. I mean, maybe its minutes are the same.
Oh my god. It's been forever.
What was your favorite episode of Beat Where's My Drift, Jimmy? It was the one where they made math talk all day.
But now different cultures have developed different systems for applying the same mathematical rule. Yeah, no.
That's good. How much longer we would have to talk for it to be a full cycle?
How many seconds are in a single cycle?
Carry the one.
He's going
my
to
math.
How many seconds are in a cycle as you get closer to a black hole?
Approximately
Why did they
72,000
choose?
seconds in a cycle.
What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
An African swallow, maybe.
Okay. Will I be able to reach out to you after we disconnect in this moment? Like, if I were to disconnect right now telepathically, will I be able to reach out to you from anywhere in the word that you've told me 5 times, Talionin? Anywhere in the Talionin, or will I have to be near one of these computer modules?
Range is limited.
Wait, 72,000 seconds? In a cycle? If Rent taught me anything, it's that there's 525,600 minutes in a year.
A cycle is a day, right?
It's safe to assume a cycle is a day. It's approximately 20 hours to a day at a time. They're using.
Just go fuck yourselves. I hate all of you. And we're dead. We're dead. We're dead. We all died.
If Treb dies because they spent too much time asking about math, then they died doing what they lived, and that is okay.
So a cycle is not a year.
No, a cycle is like a day. It's like 20 hours, which is how they define a cycle here. Using that, we can figure out all of the other numbers.
There you go. I helped.
We have the seconds match our seconds, and we have how long the cycle is here, and we were told how many cycles were in a year, I think. So we're good. We have the math figured out and can move on from that point.
Simber's just over there singing some musical that she heard in Gator's room about about queer Acatonians living in Akaton having a terrible time.
Yeah, I also have had the Rent song stuck in my head for this entire conversation. I'm not gonna from the top, absolutely.
I'm glad that I brought this together for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm very happy.
All right, so
Kevin,
do you have more questions or?
Well, so they said that the range is limited. How limited? Like, do I have to be near one of these devices, like within 30 feet or whatever of one of these computer terminals that don't have any other way of accessing them? Or is it like, once I leave this room, I'm never going to be able to talk to them?
Must be within limited range.
Will we ever meet again?
Of a console.
Okay, thank you. Okay, a console. All right, cool. I don't think Treb has any other big questions other than, I mean, stuff that I don't think that you want to actually answer. GM. Like, how does your technology work? How were they able to build this place? What were the methods that they used? Stuff like that is what Treb would want to know. But
were we trying to go anywhere specific?
Unauthorized access to this information.
Not able to download any blueprints or anything.
Nope.
Show me the blueprints.
What materials were used in the construction of this place?
Give me the loot.
Are there any star metals that I could harvest for our ship and a million other things that Treb desperately wants access to star metals for?
Without access to fourth dimensional abilities, you would be unable to access most of the inner workings of the Talionin.
What is the fourth dimension?
Fourth dimension.
I think they mean a fourth dimensional observer, like we're a third dimensional observer of the fourth dimension, I'm guessing, is how they would, I don't know. I'm trying to give them some
you guys have seen the various wardens literally pop out of nowhere and teleport across as if they're hopping, not necessarily actually teleporting, but hopping through some another dimension of existence, not a dimension of reality.
Are they using the dimension of time?
Mm-hmm. And again, you all have also same things. You've been walking these corridors, they stretch on for miles and miles. But you take a few steps and suddenly you're the whole way across it.
So this place exists in both the material plane and the dimension of time? Query. Is that accurate?
Accurate.
Okay. So we're unable to fully comprehend this place because we are not in the dimension of time and the material plane simultaneously. Correct?
Yes.
We'll share that with the doctor and anyone else who's still listening.
Gator is completely checked out.
Which I'm assuming does not include our audience.
Ayo.
I think we're still singing Run.
Yeah, I think our audience is still singing Rent.
That's fair.
But yeah, so back to my other question. If you are done with the computer, which direction do you guys want to go? Like I said, there are 3 paths that seem to be illuminated coming off of this kind of central hub area.
Fred will never be done with the computer, and you're going to have to pull them away. Just saying. You're going to have to call it for Trev at some point.
You want me to kabonk the computer?
No, just be like, hey, time to go.
Trev, I'm going to kabonk your computer.
You just feel Treb just feels Simber's metallic extra hand reaching around and grabbing them by the shoulder and prying away very slowly. It's like, come on, buddy. Come on, wheel it in now.
All right. Just one more question. No, okay, I'm done.
Come on. Let's not go chasing dragons on a spaceship.
Don't
That's
go
all I
chasing
ever
dragons
wanna
on a
do, but
spaceship.
okay.
You know that old song by TLC?
Welcome back to Spelljammer, everybody.
Alrighty. So there is
Go
a
to the
path
dimension of time.
directly to your north, a path off to your west, and there's a path back near closest where Simber is on the map to the east.
I'm gonna say we go with where everybody is at the moment. I say we go north, or whatever north is in this hellscape.
Could we ask which way is this way? Like what's
North.
north?
Yeah. What direct?
Snort.
What will going that? Where will going that way take us, and where will going the other way take us?
Access
Roughly
denied.
northwest.
Access denied.
Yeah,
All right.
it's going to be north and east.
I think access denied is just a keyword for the computer's too dumb to know. I don't.
Okay.
Simber
So-
actively talking shit.
Alrighty.
I will follow Peter.
I want to go. Where'd we go?
We went north.
North.
I lost. I wasn't paying attention.
the
I was
north.
trying to.
To the
Trying to
north.
get a cat.
We went northeast.
We went northwest.
It's northwest.
I love this place. You're gonna have to really stop Treb from spending an hour in every tiny room that you come across in this place.
I refuse to
So,
stop
like-
Treb from enjoying themselves until it becomes comically apparent.
Besides the dragon hordes.
What dragon
at
horde?
least have to let the joke, fucking kill itself.
Yeah,
we're going to let you.
Whoa! No dark humor.
You know how jokes be suicidal.
Alright. So
Oh,
once again, the corridor to the north kind of extends and curves around a little bit. Unlike most of the other hallways you guys have gone down, this one has kind of had a little bit of curve to it, but just like all the rest, as those behind see the ones ahead kind of start to disappear around that curve, they just vanish entirely. And after walking probably about 20, 30 feet, you all also find yourselves at the end of the hallway you just entered, approaching what seems to be a fairly large chamber. This lofty space is bounded by computer equipment on all sides, including across the floor and affixed to the ceiling. Numbers rocket across the hundreds of screens with incredible speed. Speakers emit overlapping pings, and glowing holographic displays hover before nearly every console. Amazing, isn't it? Says a voice from above. A hover chair gently descends from one of the computers near the ceiling, and a middle-aged Verthani man with wild hair sits in it, holding a datapad with one hand. The construction here is remarkable, and you don't need to worry about walking across the room. You won't find the computers. Oh, except that one there, which is performing some important computations for me. The man gestures with the datapad toward the far wall near three alcoves that are each covered with a hanging silvery curtain. And perhaps avoid touching that hologram there. I'm excited to see friendly faces. More excited to see that than I am to keep my calculations going. And with a wave of his hand over the datapad, the man causes much of the noise and lights to cease. You're welcome here, of course. My name is Professor Taupe, B.S. Taupe to be formal. And you are... And with that question, we are going to stop here for this episode and take a quick 5 to 10 minute break for the stream.
I want to be this person.
All right, we'll be right back.
We
will
are
be
we fucking
right back.
fighting Mojo? I am the captain. Look at me. Look at me.
I'm the captain. Just fast enough for me to hit the button, so thankfully that showed up on stream. Doing just
Make sure
gator
that
things makes me
is
happy.
showing. Cool. So yep, there is the art for this guy. As you can see, like he's a Brythonian. He has just absolutely wild hair. And he's just living his best life in his chair up here. Yeah. So, yeah. Welcome back, everybody.
Never has to get out of this game.
Yeah. We ended last time, so before the break, with y'all entering in a massive computer room where a Brythani senior scientist came floating down on a hover chair and greeted everyone, introduced himself as Professor Abias Hope.
Mojo Web for short.
Yeah. So, what do y'all do?
Pleasure to meet you.
Hey there, Mojo. Hang tight. Don't go in. What's your deal?
You can't just ask someone what their deal is.
Oh, I can absolutely ask their deal in this day and age in this place.
I mean, well, what is it? What is it you want to know? Have you seen this marvelous and wonderful place? Oh, this is great. My new friends, tell me, who are you? Who are you, and what has brought you here to this place?
My name's Gator. The Primarata brought us to this place. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, go on. And he kind of looks over at his data pad and he starts
that's
flick
about
across
it.
a little bit.
What's your end game? I mean, hey, eyes up here, pal. Don't look at your data pad. We're talking. That's rude.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Sorry. He looks up at you.
I know I'm slow,
down at you
but,
again. Gary's kind of floating up above a little bit.
Be present in the moment. Like, here's the thing. Like, everything in here is like flawless, and I like red flags are just going out like all over the place when it comes to just like looking at you. And I don't mean to judge, but you're a creepy guy in a floating chair. It's kind of freaking me out.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just very busy. It's really fascinating. You're the first people I've seen in some time since my shipbrother unfortunately landed here.
Well, like how long you been here?
Oh, well, some few weeks, days, I think. Kind of like he get like his attention kind of half turns back to his data pad again as he starts kind of looking through it, and off to the side, like he had previously disabled all of the computer cycles and holograms and everything. Like he kind of glances in one of the computers on one of the walls, kind of flicks back to life, and like he seems to look over that and starts running and processing whatever it is that he is running and processing on there.
Can I tell what he's running and processing?
Make me a computer check.
Right, that thing that I'm good at. 3 on the die for a total of 20.
You're not sure.
Rude.
Can
What are you
I make
working
a
on
computers check?
Doing.
Sure. So if you want to try and make a computer check as well.
I am. So
Oh,
afraid
that's
to
a
step
2 on the dice.
Yeah, Trev will definitely just ask, especially if they don't recognize
right.
it. What are you working
This is
on?
gonna be fun.
No, I'm something of a scientist myself.
Well, I mean,
I'm
he
something
kind of looks
of a
up again,
scientist,
kind
too.
of half distracted, like, well,
I was on a research mission.
I'm working on something truly exciting and just absolutely wonderful. I'm not sure if you've noticed or anything like that, but well, my ship got stranded here deep within the drift, and we were kind of floating near this marvelous, wonderful place, and just well, like I said, our drift engine seemed to have ceased working, and we were stuck here. And then, unfortunately, my fellow crewmates perished in whatever stranded us here, and I got stuck here. And I have been researching the drift and trying to understand how it works. And I'm trying to. Well, you see, these computers, this operation system, somehow the creators of this place managed to tap into a fourth dimensional, time dimensional interface power system that aids greatly in processing massive amounts of computational mathematics. And I think I'm fairly close to, plotting out a mathematical model of the drift itself. And I think that I'm, able to write with my calculations here. And he kind of, again, to his data pad, and he taps on a few times, and a couple more diagrams start popping up. And he like turns his whole attention, study that wall for a brief moment while he keeps going on. If I can get a model of the entire drift so it can be studied and evaluated by various teams of Pact World scientists, I mean, it'd be great if we could actually return home and perhaps study and find out what went wrong. But also, I mean, either way, I'm sure somehow I'll be able to get out of this place. But if I can get the drift modeled correctly and fully, just think of the possibilities, think of the understandings that we can have. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it amazing?
At some point when there's like a lull and he's like looking at the wall, Treb will whisper to Gator, "My bad, Captain, you're right, they're creepy as hell." Yeah. I'm interested in everything they're saying, but they are definitely giving off "I killed my teammates" to sacrifice them to the drift or some shit vibes.
Yeah. Look, man, could you stop moving the chair? It's like I'm trying to focus on you, and it just keeps moving around, and it's weird. Shit. We're gonna have to fucking fight this guy, aren't we?
Treb again desperately wants to just share notes with this guy. Definitely just wants to learn everything this person has been working on.
Well, do you just need his notes?
But enough about me. What has brought you here? Tell me, how have you come here? What is your purpose here?
We're on a mission from God.
I'm less comfortable being around this person.
A specific god, in fact, Desna.
Yeah. Go on. Tell me how about that.
That's the one I've met. That's the one true God, as far as I know it. That's the one I know.
I sense motive on them. I'm not very good at it, but
go for it.
Are they buying time or something? Unnatural 20. Preternatural 20.
Supernatural even.
As you're kind of examining him, and he's again gesturing as he kind of keep going on as he kind of keeps floating around and look probably good chunk of his attention is focused way more on his data pad and what he's doing on various walls as he turns different programs on and off. Treb, you get the sense that he's just very earnest in his scientific pursuits and his goals, and he doesn't seem to bear any malice towards you guys.
He just ain't all here.
He's just much more focused on what he's doing, on his work here than he is on you guys. You get the sense he's actually happy to see someone else alive, someone else here, but it's not going to distract him enough from his work.
Treb will wheel in and start taking notes on his notes.
Okay. Anyone?
Okay.
Well, the rest of y'all do.
Mostly just kind of supervising the sciencey stuff is a little bit outside of my wheelhouse, but I'm here to support the team.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little shown up by how weird this guy is.
All these holograms and just poke at him. Like, thought it'd feel like a ghost or something where it got cold in here. It's probably like low level radiation. Just Gator's just sitting in an X-ray.
Yeah, like as Trev kind of comes in and starts taking notes as well, trying to keep up with what this guy is doing, which it's very difficult to do. Probably in fact, actually, Sam Lee or Trev, either of you wants to roll a culture check.
Do that.
Sure.
Does it count as a recall knowledge check?
Yeah, you're seeing if you I'm seeing if you guys recognize the name of bias too.
2 on the die for an 8.
2 on the die for a 15.
What is happening?
I rolled all of my
Culture
20s
check?
last
I got you. I got a -1 to that. Never mind. Would you believe our redneck wrestler Cap
So
doesn't have culture?
Trev and Sam Lee, as the more learned members of the party, you both actually do recognize the name Abias Tope. It takes you a moment to recall it.
There's one word
And he is like one of the top mathematicians in the entire pact system. Like he delves into some truly esoteric, bizarre, wild theories and mathematical formulas, and he is like very well renowned for it. But he's also renowned as being fairly eccentric.
This is Treb's people.
Yeah, Sam Lee did not do well in the math classes that he was required to take.
Yep. But yeah.
Yeah, Treb is like starstruck. This is so far up Treb's alley, it's on the next block. Like, Treb is a paranormal investigator theme, and obsessed with the drift, obsessed with, like, math and science. Yeah, this is... Treb is like, fan roboing out.
Oh, yes, the fandom.
Mm-hmm. Phantom Menace.
Thanks, I hate it.
Fanbot.
But yeah. So as he kind of just keeps floating around and working, like, do you guys talk to him at all, or you kind of just stare in awe for a little while?
Treb is just going to continue
have
watching
anything to
whatever
say to
research
this
and
guy.
math is going on all around until someone else does something.
Like, I already asked
Crap,
him
but
this
who is
deal,
this guy,
he
and why do you care?
just- yeah.
Well, this person has done some crazy mathematics that I've actually written some papers on, and we'll talk about some specifics of that.
Cool.
Uh-huh.
I'm bored. I'm gonna open up this door.
And right here, you can see that they're working on trying to map the drift by using the differentials in gravity between this place and the dimension, and due to the connection to the dimension of time, comparing that to other places in the drift without that connection.
Can you explain it to me using a sports metaphor?
No.
I don't
I
get
got a
it.
natural 20 on my perception check. In
Yes,
this room.
Simber is a big sports head.
Yeah.
That tracks.
All right,
How
so-
many touchdowns did he make?
So, Gator, that's actually less of a door, and it's more of a hanging silvery sheet that is incredibly light, but feels fairly durable when you touch it, and just very, very pretty to look at. And that's like what's hanging across all 3 of those little doorways there. And you notice, like, as you kind of push it aside and pull it back, it would kind of block all light from getting in there. Entering that room, it just seems to be a small little rest area. There's a bed and some basic sanitary spots. And as you kind of make your way in there, Abias Tope kind of looks back. He's like, "Oh yes, if you are in need of rest, you may go ahead and just rest in there. I would advise keeping the curtains closed, as I don't really sleep very much, and the lights can probably get annoying if you're trying to rest. I also still have plenty of food from on board my ship if you are hungry or in need of sustenance." Although he kind
You
of
mean to drug us and then put us in these pods?
no, why would I ever do such a thing?
Yeah.
Simber cuts a glance over at Treb. Yeah, I don't know either.
Are you gonna give us a speech about how you're a nice guy? Because I don't. Just you got a whole. Oh, yeah. You got a vibe about you.
My video went away, and
I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm here. I found this computational node, and it's allowing me to try and map out the drift. And do you have any idea what kind of scientific discovery this would change everything? Do you guys, if we can figure out the mathematical formula that operates the drift itself, the possibilities?
Yeah, but does it
We've
really
never
matter
met,
as long as
but,
the
like,
drift
that's
is
not
broken?
me at all. Like I don't know nothing about that.
Exactly. The SRO there, he
So
understands.
should we take them with us?
Oh, okay. So you're trying to map out the drift so that you can figure out a way to get off this hell thing.
I mean, if it's possible, I suppose. But I mean,
Oh,
sure, it's just a small
why don't
hiccup
you
in the
just
matter of
say
the
so?
drift.
Jesus
Like, obviously,
Christ, it's like
I'm sure it's
splitting
already been
hairs.
fixed. I mean, how else could you have been here if it hasn't been fixed?
It hasn't been
Oh.
fixed.
Yeah, no.
It hasn't been fixed.
You heard me when I said we were on a mission from God, right? Like, you understand the concept of that, right? Like,
right. We didn't mean metaphorically. Desna herself sent us here.
yeah. Like, I don't. I'm not going to say that I don't lie, but I more often than not tell the truth, just matter of factly, because it's easier. Yeah. Desna sent us here.
Like in person.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Like,
truly
the
fascinating.
actual divine entity.
As he kind of floats off again and starts focusing on another part of the programming here on the wall.
Treb just keeps following. It's
Absolutely
full lacking.
wild.
I think
Like,
upsettingly,
that's
if he ever
not
does
even-
figure out the depth of what actually may have happened, he'll probably collapse under the weight of his own psyche. So we should probably keep him from doing that.
No, I wanna
Yeah,
do
I
that too.
suppose.
I also want to collapse under the weight of my
kind of
own
want to. Yeah.
It's not all it's cracked up to be. You're a
Doesn't
robot.
sound-
You've got a big psyche.
I know.
Yeah.
Think about how much it'll take before I collapse under it.
I mean, yours has a set file size, so we could probably figure that out.
That's
Yeah.
I mean, how
figure out
heavy is a solid state drive on one of you anyway? How many of those would it take to actually crush you?
a lot, but that's outdated
Stacks
technology.
on- We can find out.
Quantum computation here.
Oh, that's right. So it's even more.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure if we ever get the Primarata back, we could just crush you under the Primarata. It's pretty heavy.
Look, you can crush me under a lot of things. I'm just saying that specifically I would like to be crushed under the weight of my own knowledge.
That's his kink, okay?
Yeah, that's my kink.
Crush me, mommy.
Trust me under the weight of my own knowledge.
That explains the thing you had for Desno while we were there. Don't worry about it. I got you, buddy.
Yeah. Yes, I'm desperate for divine truth.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm so desperate for divine truth.
If you know what I mean.
Oh.
I mean like math is what I'm talking about. I want the
Yeah, you
mathematical equation for the drift.
just want things to add up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Indubitably.
Get down to that multiplication.
I mean, like, really.
Cyan.
Oh.
At this point, he kind of glances over at Treb and Sam Lee as they're kind of like tailing him around. Like, if the two of you wish to, aid me in my work here, he kind of taps on his data pad and goes to send the two of you some computations that you can work on.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then he glances over towards Simber and Gator. As I said, while we're working, if the two of you like to rest, or as I said, there's plenty of rations on board my ship. And he kind of pauses a moment. His chair hovers down towards this northern room here, and he kind of pokes his head behind the curtains, like, although we might need to make a trip to get some more.
Is my
Bert
nat
sweating,
20
looking up at Gator.
do any good on this sleeping pod thing?
What was the question?
Like, does my nat 20 do any good on this sleeping pod thing that he's got going on?
It literally just looks like a place to rest, and there's like a little auto sanitary, basically the fancy spacey toilet right there in the corner where you can.
Ooh, it's got a bidet.
Bed looks fairly it's not fancy. It's just a basic cot essentially. It doesn't look used though at all.
Okay.
Neither does the toilet, for what it matters.
Yeah.
Well, this one's clean, Simber. I don't really want to sleep here at all, like, or eat any of his food. I'm gonna go out, and then I want to try to do the same for all this.
I can barely hear Captain Gator, but I'll bet you he's upset about something. I'm gonna follow him.
I just don't. I don't trust this dude at all. I don't want to sleep here. I don't want to eat this food. I don't want to be here anymore.
Hey, Tiger, do you need to talk about it?
Yeah, this guy creeps me the fuck out, man. He's floating around in a chair. He's just got supervillain vibes, like hardcore.
Yeah, I feel you.
As he kind of shrugs and he goes back to his work while you two kind of talk, not really paying attention to you at all at this point. Like, if you guys try and talk to him, he'll answer questions, but otherwise he just kind of focuses in on his work.
I think this place hypnotizes people, and I don't like it. It seems to have an effect on Treb.
I'm just like
Most.
Yeah, that dragon.
I know,
thing
that's
really
what
bothered
concerns
doesn't
me. Yeah, you're hearing dragons, man. You're hearing dragons. You're just chasing that dragon,
I'm
aren't
chasing
you?
the dragon.
Just
chasing the dragon of truth.
Why don't you ask your monkey doctor man if he knows about it?
What?
What monkey doctor man?
What monkey doctor man?
I don't know that guy.
Do you?
Oh,
Do you
Doctor,
think
you
that,
part monkey?
you think that he's part monkey? That he's like,
Oh no, I'm the way he's hopping around, the
What do
way
you
he's
think-
like barely
What
able
do
to
you
pay
think monkeys
attention.
are?
oh, the Riforian. I thought you were talking about Sam Lee. I was very confused.
What? Sam Lee is very, very clearly a snake. Okay.
wait, hold on. Hold on.
Yeah, don't step
I'm a
on the
Verthani,
Jesus
not
name.
Triforian. Thank you.
Oh, my bad.
Look,
Sorry,
y'all-
I struggle with humanoids.
Yeah, exactly. See, you can't blame me on that. I'm a vegetable.
So you said he sent me and Treb data stuff?
Like, he kind of looked at the two of you as you were falling around. Like, he sent you some higher order mathematical equations that you can kind of solve
Hell
to
yeah.
help contribute to his modeling.
Definitely doing the shit out of that.
Yeah, I
Can we
guess
roll
I'll
a thing about it,
look
or-
at them.
I mean, you guys can roll computers. And
I don't have a
science.
math skill.
Computers or physical science?
Both.
Both? Okay.
What about a
computers,
30?
7
Does it-
for a 24 on the computers.
And a 27.
And I got a 28 for physical science.
There we go.
So both of you, like, you're kind of putting your head together a little bit and helping each other out with this as you're kind of looking over, and like you're able to kind of start parsing through the mathematical formulas that he sent you. Though it's taking you to a little bit longer to kind of get through it than what it's taking him. But you are able to start parsing through the formula that he sent you.
Does it seem like legitimate? Like he's being truthful with us, basically, what he's trying to accomplish?
Tell me, have you considered the mystical aspects of this situation at all? I know that the drift can only be entered and exited with technology, but it still is a plane of existence. May have,
No, there's
mystical
not.
aspects.
I mean, perhaps, but no. You don't. I don't think you understand. The drift is. It seems to have a mathematical origin. I mean, it's one that can be modeled mathematically, at least. This has been proven. After all, what's their name? Triune, that one who created the drift in the first place. He was originally several different sentient robots. I mean, obviously, there's more, not just a mystical aspect to this. It's all science and numbers and math.
Math can be sacred.
Oh, absolutely, it can be, but it's not a deific or some humbo jumbo mystical.
I mean, you just said that Triune created the drift, or at least granted access to it, and Triune is a deity, a tripartite deity, in fact, that grants spells to certain priests.
Yes,
Trev, scratches the spot on their chassis where the holy symbol used to be.
Yes. Be that as it may, I mean, it's still coded and centered around numbers and math and formulae, which is what I'm calculating out through here. And I mean, just a few more days. I think a few more days, and I'll probably have it cracked and figured. Yes. As it kind of starts floating around some more.
Does that seem true? Does it seem like he's only a couple days away from solving this? Or does it seem like that's a wild overestimation of his progress?
And abilities.
And or abilities.
How long has he been a few days away from calculating?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, how long has he not used that toilet back there?
How many minutes?
Yeah, I did notice that.
Yeah, none of
how many seconds?
How many cycles?
Which are 20 hours.
How many bed sores do we
each.
see on him, Kay?
How many inches away has he been?
How many miles must a man walk before they can solve the drift crisis?
It's 1,000.
Did he walk 500 miles?
No.
How many minutes does it take to walk 500 miles?
Is going to.
We're vamping. We're vamping so that Kay can figure out the answer to the actual questions.
How's it? Make me another computer check, Trev.
Okay. This feels important, so I'm going to spend a resolve point to get the surging nanites. And I still rolled a nat 1 for a 20. But I don't think... Did I use my gnome augmentation since I rested? Yes, I did. So I can't use it again.
I believe you still have your book reroll.
Yeah, alright. I'm gonna use my book reroll. This is the exact type of thing that I would roll use the book reroll for. 10 for 29. If that fails by 1, I can use my AI skill.
You think that, looking at it, he's probably been at this for a couple weeks already, and it's possible he could have it figured within another week, 2 at the most?
Well, you found another thing that Treb wants to spend a couple weeks on that this one's going to be way harder to talk Treb out of than the Dragon Sword.
I thought you said Dragon Zord, and I was like, oh man, we fucked up. We could have had a Dragon Zord.
That too. You don't know. There could have been. That's all Treb was saying. There could have been a giant mech in there.
Probably wouldn't have been good for us knowing.
Do you not understand that's not like good? It's not
I don't understand that.
It's a real bad time.
Okay, so Treb genuinely believes that this guy could possibly solve the drift crisis in a week, is what you're telling me.
Potentially.
Or 2. Okay, so that's like...
Wait.
significant portion of Treb's motivation here.
Solve the drift crisis or map the drift?
Both, right? Mapping the drift leading to figuring out what's wrong with it. Isn't that what he
Potentially.
was saying? Yeah.
Potentially.
Potentially, eventually. I mean, I don't have to stay. If he's going to be like a week or two anyway, we don't really have to stay. We could just leave him to it.
We gotta
and come back
herd
for
out.
him.
Yeah, like if he could just be our nerd, our guy in the chair that he never wants to get the fuck out of anyway.
Saying so that nobody else so that he doesn't overhear it, so like over comms if necessary. Treb will say like, we also have like a time machine, so we can just come back here in a week or two once we find our ship.
That's the hard part, honestly. That's it. Okay, in Simber's humble little tuber opinion, again, speaking telepathically if necessary, for comms, whatever, typing it, texting,
Yeah, we're texting.
whatever Simber can do.
Gators is just emojis that don't make any sense.
I feel like finding our ship should probably end up being priority 1.
Agreed.
Because not only is that an incredibly powerful ship out in the middle of nowhere, it's probably the only one capable of traversing the drift at the moment, and that leaves us dead.
Safely traversing the drift. We do know that it's possible for some ships to, but they blow up sometimes. So
we'll call
Don't
that
look into
plan
it. That seems
F
yeah.
at this
Yeah.
point.
Plan B, definitely.
Not to rain on anybody's parade, but like, I don't know if this guy's really going to be able to keep himself alive for another couple of weeks at the rate he's going.
Yeah, does he have like an Aeon
not
stone
our
that so he
problem.
doesn't have to eat or sleep or something? Because he's not pooping. What's up?
Yeah, if you're not pooping, you die. Like,
Yeah,
that's just straight
real
fact,
bad.
yo.
Yeah.
All right,
If you're not
I'm gonna
pooping, you
something I
die.
said, and it seems that one of the toilets is getting frequent use, but
One of them is being used. Just that one wasn't being used.
yeah.
Is his chair? Does his chair have a built-in toilet?
Gross.
No.
Does he? Hey, can I roll to smell near him to see if he stinks?
Oh my God.
Does he stink? I bet he
Is he wearing a
stinks.
diaper? Is this dude wearing a diaper?
I mean, we do have a doctor.
He smells kind of like someone who just hasn't bathed in a while, which would make sense. He's been working on this for a couple weeks.
How sweaty is he?
Surprisingly
Is he
not
work-
sweaty.
Okay.
That's not.
Just his hair is just wild and greasy because again he's here. You also kind of look over his chair and you see that it can recline a little bit, so like he can just take it back and sleep in his hover chair. And he mentioned he has food, so he's clearly eating.
He said that he was going to have to go out and get some more, though. My question is, where is he getting it from?
He said he has food from his ship.
Where's your ship? Can we go there now?
Well, it was destroyed.
Yes, if you want to go to my ship, you just have to exit down that hall, return to that central chamber. I've been calling it the hypernode because of all the various chambers coming off across it, and then head off to the west. That path should take you down towards where my ship is located, where I got docked.
Hey, did you
Well,
know,
let's
by the
go
way,
check
about the
that
other
out.
guys on the ship, on the Tesseract?
What other guys?
Okay, so we should
No,
go make sure
no.
his ship is okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
We should go make sure his ship is okay. Because you know what? If the plan is going to be we set this guy in motion, then check back on him in a week, we should make sure he's going to last.
Yeah, I'm 100%.
So while y'all are helping him, Gator and I can go check on the ship.
Yep, I mean, I'm cool with that.
Treb, Stanley, do you two want to let Gator and Simber go off on their own?
Not really.
That's a really tough call for Trev.
Not really. I'm just trying to remember, like, what is our, like, coming to the Tesseract? What was, like, our actual goal to come here? Like, we were sitting here by Desna, but what, like, are we just trying to figure out what's wrong with the drift, or like because this
That's
seems
what
like one of those weird cases where it's like this guy's researching how the drift works, but that doesn't mean he can fix it.
Trev wants to fix the drift crisis. Desmond
Yeah.
just told us to go here and help people.
Well, the message from Desna as you guys arrived here was that she said that the journey that from the point in time that you guys are currently at, so arriving at the Tesseract, is something there is going to end up in that terrible future you saw where everything was just desolation and destruction. That something here at the Tesseract is going to cause that future if you don't intervene. But
So
she
it's this
doesn't know
guy.
what.
It's this guy. Oh my gosh, it's this guy.
Damn it, it's this guy.
This is the thing.
It's absolutely this.
Something-
Yep.
Shit.
Something is
kill this
either
guy.
going to happen to him, or the lack of something happening to him is going to cause the problem.
Or he's just gonna map
So
out the
excited he
drift.
forgot what his goddess told him.
He's gonna map out the drift, and just having the knowledge of how the drift works just causes the fucking apocalypse.
Yeah, and ironically, that could probably be the case.
You just might have to physically stop Trev from helping him. I'm not even.
I like the idea
Oh,
that I
that's
like
easy
the idea
enough.
that Gator and Simber are having this conversation. Like, well, we should go check out the ship. Well, why are we even here? And Sam Lee's just like, yeah, why are we? Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. We gotta kill Hitler. Shit.
Trev's
Did we
excitement for
fuck
Matt
up
has
and not-
completely derailed his love for Desmond.
We forgot to kill Hitler, guys.
completely derailed his love of killing Hitler.
I wouldn't go that far.
So, what y'all gonna do?
We're going
All right,
to
we gotta kill Space Hitler, though. Right? Okay.
Simber is going to very gently wrap that robot arm around around Trev one more time and start tugging on him very briefly for just a moment. And it is going to reach over and gently tap on the place on his chest where the symbol used to be, or on their chest where the symbol used to be. And
Well,
is
there
going
is
to
a Desnan symbol now. There is a Desnan symbol.
Okay, well then, yeah, it's going to reach over and tap on the Desna symbol, and very gently, clear her throat and be like, "Hey, Treb, why were we here again?"
And Trev's gonna try to, in the moments that Trev is being slowly wheeled out of the room, Trev is going to be trying to download as much information from this as possible. So the entire time they've been recording all of the equations flying by and downloading information from this mathemagician's data pad whenever allowed. And yeah, going to continue doing that up until there's no longer in range. That will go.
Right. So, Treb, you remember why we were here, right?
Yes.
Okay. And do you think maybe, just maybe, he has something to do with it?
It is a distinct possibility. There is a non-zero chance that that is the case.
So we should
But I
kill him
don't
now.
think it will be intentional. His motives seem to be purely academic and self-interest based, trying to save himself from this place while also gaining as much knowledge as he can from it.
Right.
So I don't think that he's intentionally going to cause that future, just like we are not intentionally trying to cause that future, but we've been told explicitly that we did. So
Right.
You know.
So something we do or don't do is going to cause this.
yes.
So the question is, what do you want to gamble on it being?
As previously stated with the computer, Trev or I will always choose the dangerous truth over the safe ignorance. However, I'm not the only one here, and am willing to put it up to vote or discussion.
Okay, but what is your opinion?
Trev's opinion is that it's worthwhile to map the drift and figure out what's going on. And while it's possible that this could be the cause of everything that goes down, Treb would want to take it to the last minute, get as much information as possible, and then, but stay wary the entire time of how this information can be misused or any experimentation that it involves, how they could go wrong, stuff like that.
Okay. But
I
I
have an unfortunate question, and I'm flexing this using Simber's 18 wisdom. She's going to take a brief moment, breathe for a minute, and then say, Treb, what if we're the ones that misuse the information? What if us knowing causes us to do something that destroys everything? What if it's not him doing anything?
But you could say the same thing the opposite way. We don't know. In the original timeline, before when stuff went wrong, did we know the same things that we know now? Is this a different time loop or an identical time loop? We don't know.
Time out. It's like you said earlier. Worst case scenario, we have a time machine available to us.
Just point of order, we currently don't have a time machine available.
Okay, but
I have faith.
We do this God's bidding, and ipso facto, things get correcto.
Also, this is all from this
that.
God's perspective. Like, is Desna our only source of information?
Well, that's also fair.
No, we saw that future.
No, I'm aware, but I mean about how it came about.
But that could be manipulated as well, couldn't it?
That devil that we were being chased by for a while also said it was our fault.
She seemed biased.
But she seemed biased because we killed her sister and caused this.
That's also fair.
Wait, we killed her sister and caused this?
We killed her sister. That did happen. We've already done that. That's where I got these, and Trevor clicked.
No, I remember that. I'm just trying to figure out where the time loop is.
Yeah, well, we don't know, right?
To remind you, when you were at the end of the first book, when you were 300 years in the future, Melikanta showed up and accused you all of causing a genocide that wiped out basically all of life. And give me one moment.
Genocide bad. It's going to be in.
Yeah, I feel like the genocide. How do I put this?
Yes, here it is. To remind you, what she had said to you guys was that after what you did at the Tesseract, you would have been wise to remain in whatever hole you hide in, never to be seen again.
Okay.
At the time, none of you had any idea what the Tesseract meant. Because you failed some knowledge checks.
Well, but that's so vague. We don't know what the thing is. I'm saying we should leave. We should leave now and learn more information. Let's go check out the ship. Let's explore a little bit more.
Yeah,
gather more information. Because right now we don't know anything.
Worst case scenario, we kill Space Hitler, and then if that doesn't work out, we've got a time machine eventually. It's gonna be fine.
I'll say this. She said that we caused this genocide by something we did, not by something we didn't do. So not stopping him probably doesn't qualify.
I have a big question.
At least in this moment.
No. There's a big question that I think is being avoided
semantics.
Here. Who's here that would tell her?
Well,
she said she was there at the Tesseract when whatever you guys did happened that caused everything.
So we have an event to keep an eye out for. Because she's not here right now that we know of.
This is weird.
Yeah.
So we have an event that we have to keep an eye out for, and if we don't, if we fail, basically, what am I trying to say here?
This is why time travel movies don't work.
Nothing we do right now matters until she shows up because she catches us doing something. Either that, or she's full of
Unless we set in motion something now.
Right.
So
there are too many
maybe
variables.
We need more knowledge. We need more information. Yeah.
I never thought I'd say this, but yeah, we need to definitely look into this more.
The exploring type of knowledge, not the
Heads or
math type of
tails.
knowledge.
Yeah, that was real fucking boring for me. I gotta be honest
Can
with
we-
you.
Can we go ask the computer thing,
Is there a
That-
demon or a devil on board?
or
ask the computer thing if there are any inbound signals coming in. If it can detect anything coming in to the area.
I will go back into that room with the computer terminal and ask, are there any incoming ships or signals of any kind currently? And is there a devil or devils on board other than the Oni?
And the Oni are all dead.
They're all dead. They are all dead. Okay.
Okay. The computer informs you that it is currently only picking up 2 signals. One, it identifies as some sort of transponder code similar to the dimension in which the Italian is located. And the other is a ship that has docked with said satellite. Send out the transponder code similar to what the Italian is located. So again, when the Primarata left, they went to go investigate a drift beacon suddenly just showing up out of nowhere. And it was almost like a siren call for Sid and
everybody else.
Gorgeous.
Oh
Like,
god, what
especially-
if it's something the B team fucks up?
It's like whatever. So that's where the Primarata is currently. It's there investigating that.
Are they
thing
going to
that just showed
destroy
up.
that drift beacon?
I hope not.
Wait, did they say that? Did the computer say that the drift beacon exists in the same type of dimensionality as this does, or our ship does?
It's basically the computer doesn't recognize a drift beacon for a drift beacon. It doesn't know what a drift beacon is. It doesn't know what the drift is. It's saying the drift beacon is emitting the same type of signal as the dimension that they are currently located in. So basically, the drift beacon has the same type of signal as the drift. But it doesn't know what the drift is. It doesn't know what a drift beacon is.
Okay, so it's mimicking its old signal. I don't know why I'm saying this in Gator's voice, because Gator.
So
wouldn't
either way,
fucking
that
say
means we
at
have
all.
time. So yeah, I think we should take this opportunity to spread as much ground as we can. Until we know otherwise, we should probably continue working with the guy, like you said, get more information.
Yeah.
And
Play it like Fallout.
and Gator and I should
help the
probably make
Brotherhood.
sure we've got the rest of we've got a handle on the rest of what we can get to in the Tesseract, so that we know what our resources are. Because I see this going one of two ways. Either she's going to show up and we're going to fuck something up royally, and we're just going to have to use the time machine to fix it again, or but at least we'll know what it was. Or B, there's going to be a very angry, vengeful, dead sister having demon right on our ass for the 3rd time this adventure.
Yeah.
And we may have to fight our way back out of here again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, Trev doesn't want you to go on your own. Reluctant to leave, but will.
Well, in the meantime, I guess we could always leave Brain Zero to keep an eye on the dock.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
I thought you left Brain Zero behind to like try and start drilling.
Nah, we can go fetch them. This is more important.
Yeah.
We got an answer that
Gator
there's not a
secretly told
dragon,
them to
so
not worry about, actually.
Doesn't mean there's not a dragon's horde.
Yes, there's not a dragon.
The
Oh
dragon
my
could be
God.
dead, or it could be a drake, or it could be. We don't know.
Be a Mechazord.
It could be a Mechazord.
Yeah, Brain Zero isn't there now. Keep an eye on the guy. All right. So you guys are going to go explore around some more?
Yeah.
yes.
All right. Well, where do you want to go then? There's the corridor off to the east and one off to the west.
Well, he said the west goes